Hi everyone. So today in this video I'm going to discuss about what do you mean by quality assurance, that is QA, and what do you mean by quality control, that is QC. So in this video I am going to discuss about the difference between the QA and QC also. So let's start our video. So first, before knowing what do you mean by quality assurance or what do you mean by quality control, we have to know that what do you mean by quality. Okay, then what do you mean by assurance, then what do you mean by control, and finally we will cover the whole thing, that is what do you mean by quality assurance and quality control together. Okay, so what do you mean by quality? So suppose quality means, just I'm giving you one example. Suppose there is a login page, okay, and in that login page, so there is one username field, one password field, and one login button. And if any user clicking on that login button, the page, the page should be redirect to the, suppose, one home page. Okay, so this is the total requirement. Now quality means we have to check after putting the username, after putting the password, and whenever we are clicking on the login button, the page is redirecting to the home page or not. That is the functional criteria. So first of all we have to check that, and apart from that also we have to check how how much time it will take to redirect the home page. Whenever we are clicking on the login button, if the if it will take 5 minutes to redirect to the home page, that means it's not a good quality. Means we have to check the functional criteria, that is fine, but apart from the functional criteria we have to also check the non-functional criteria also. How much time it will take to load, and what is the security. Okay, so suppose there is one username, let's say abc@gmail.com, and password, let's say 1234. So that is the username and that is the password. So I am clicking on the login button, then the home page is appearing, that is fine. But now my concern is that if anybody come and he put some username like xyz@gmail.com and password 12345678, then what should happen? So it should not log in, because it's a wrong username password. Means we have to check the functional criteria as well as we have to check the non-functional criteria. We have to check the load, we have to check the stress, we have to check the security. So everything we have to check before hand over our software to the client. And also we have to check the UI part, that is user interface. So how the user interface is look like. Okay, so also we have to check that user interface also. So lots of varieties things are there. So if everything is satisfied, then we can see that it's a good quality. So we have a good quality product. Okay, now quality is meeting the requirement, exception, and needs of the customer, is free from the defects, lacks, and substantial variance. Okay, so there are standard needs to follow to satisfy the customer requirements. That is nothing but quality. Means everything is satisfying, everything is everything is appropriate with the client's requirement, client's need, customer need, then we can see that it's a good quality. Okay, so now we are clear what do you mean by quality. Now what do you mean by assurance? So assurance means it is totally provided by the organization management. So it means giving a positive declarations on a product which obtains confidence for the outcome, and it gives a security that the product will work without any glitches as per the expectations or request. Whenever, suppose, assurance means, suppose the customer or the client has given us some product, so the customer has requested us to make one product, make one software, right? Now customer has set some time. So let's say the customer has given us 30 days to complete that login page or that to complete any product. Now it's a duty or it's a responsibility of organization management that we have to assure that yes, We will make the product as per your expectation, as per your requirements. We will satisfy all the requirements. We will provide you a good quality software product. That means we are assuring, means our organization management is assuring the clients that we will deliver a product with good quality. So that is nothing but say assurance. Okay, now let's discuss about what do you mean by quality assurance. So quality assurance is known as a QA. So QA means it's a quality assurance, and it focus. What is focus? It focus on preventing the defects. So quality assurance means we are focusing that we are preventing the defects. So in any software or any product, if there is a defect, so in the quality assurance part, we are focusing only that how to prevent the defects. Means in quality assurance, we are totally focused on the preventing of defects. Now, quality assurance ensure that the approaches, techniques, method and processes are designed for the projects are implemented correctly or not. Means whatever approaches we have, whatever techniques we have, whatever methods we have, whatever process we are using, all are designs for the projects are implemented correctly or not. Or we can say that quality assurance is a verification process. So if you already see my verifications and validations video, so in the verification video I have already told you guys that verifications means we are verifying. Whenever we are making any software, we are verifying that whatever clients has, whatever requirements has given by the clients, we are satisfying that requirement or not. Means we are verifying. So quality assurance, we can say that it's a verification process. Okay, so that's why quality assurance ensure that the approaches, techniques, methods and processes are designed for the projects are implemented correctly. That is the quality assurance. Means we are assuring our quality. Okay, so quality assurance activates, monitor and verify that the processes used to manage and create the deliverable have been followed and are operative. That's what I have already told you. So we have to monitor, we have to verify the processes, whatever we have used, that is deliverable, and we are totally maintaining all that approaches, all the techniques. Okay, so quality assurance, it's a very important part, that quality assurance is a proactive process. So if in your case, in your interview, if your interviewer is asking you that what do you mean by proactive testing or what do you mean by proactive process, then you have to make sure that you have to tell that thing, that what do you mean by quality assurance or verifications. That is a proactive process. So quality assurance is a proactive process, and is preventing in nature. So it recognizes flaws in the process. Okay, so quality assurance has to complete before the quality control. So before the quality control, we have to complete the quality assurance part, because quality assurance means whatever the client requirement, whatever the client's requirement, whenever our developer is developing the software, they are maintaining or they are following the client's requirement properly or not. So that's why quality assurance should be done before the quality control. Okay, so now you guys are very much clear about what do you mean by quality, what do you mean by assurance, and what do you mean by quality assurance. Okay, now the next topic is that what do you mean by control. The control is to test or verify the actual results by comparing it with the defined standard. Means whatever requirement has given by the clients. So whenever we are testing our software or our product, then we have to verify that the actual results is matching with the expected results or not. Means we are controlling, right? So that is mean by control. Now what do you mean by quality control? So quality control is known as QC. QC means quality control, and it focuses to identify the defect, because quality control comes under the validation part. Okay, so in the validation part, what do you mean by validation? So validation means we are validating our software by which
whatever requirements as given by the client, whenever as a test engineer I am testing that software, I am validating all the requirements the client has given, that is satisfying our product or not. Means we are validating with the client's requirement. So whenever we are validating, so that time we have to identify that defect in our software. Any issues or defects are there or not, we have to find out the defect. So that's why quality control is basically focus on to identify the defect. And also QA or quality control, QC or quality control ensure that the approaches, techniques, method and processes that are designed in the projects are following correctly. So QC activities monitor and verify that the project deliverable meet the defined quality standard. Okay, and also quality control is a reactive process. So quality assurance is a proactive process and quality control is a reactive process. Okay, and it is detection in nature, and it recognizes the defects obviously, because in quality control where our main focus is to identify defect. So that's why quality control is recognize the defects, and quality control has to complete after the quality assurance. Okay, so in the quality assurance part, we see that we have already seen that quality assurance has to complete before the quality control, and also quality control has to complete after quality assurance. Okay, so this is nothing but quality control. Now we have a clear picture about what do you mean by quality assurance and quality control. Okay, now next topic is that what is the difference between that quality control and quality assurance. So let's see that. So I have prepared one very very interesting or very important topics for that. Some points I have already written for you guys. That is what is the difference between quality assurance and quality control. So quality assurance is a technique of managing quality. Quality assurance is a technique of managing quality. How we can manage the quality, then quality assurance is the technique. And quality control is a method to verify the quality. Okay, so in the quality assurance part, we are managing our quality. So it's a technique. On the other hand, quality control is a method to verify the quality. Okay, now coming to the next second point for the quality assurance is that it is a procedure that focuses on providing assurance that quality requested will be achieved. That what I have already discussed in the quality assurance part. So it is a procedure that focus on providing assurance. We are providing the assurance. Who is providing the assurance? The management. Okay, the company management is providing the assurance that quality requested will be achieved. Whatever quality has been requested by the clients, that is fulfilled or not. And on the other hand, quality control is a procedure that focuses on fulfilling the quality requested. Whatever quality is requested by the client, that we are fulfilling. Okay, so this is the main focus of quality control. So quality assurance aims to prevent the defect. Okay, quality assurance aim is to prevent the defect. But on the other hand, QC aims is to identify and fix the defect. Because in the QC part, we are testing our software, we are testing our products. So that's why whenever we are testing, if we find any kinds of bug, if we find any kinds of defect, then we have to identify those and we have to fix those defects. Okay. Now, point number 4. So quality assurance, so it is a method to manage the quality verification. So as I've already told you in the quality assurance part, that it is quality assurance is under verification. Okay, so that's why it's a method to manage the quality verifications. And on the other hand, QC is the method to verify the quality validation. So validation part is coming to the quality control. So if you guys have not seen my quality, I mean verifications and validations video, then please see that video, or in that video or in this video's description, I will give that verifications and validations video link. Please check it out. So you guys have better idea on what do you mean by verifications and validations. Okay. Now point number 5, QA doesn't involve executing the program. So in the QA part or in the quality assurance part, it doesn't involve the executing the program. But on the other hand, QC always involves executing a program, because in the QC part we are testing our software. Maybe the testing should be black box testing, should be white box testing, it doesn't matter. But in the QC part we are executing our program. Okay, so if it is a black box testing, then by manually we are executing our test cases, or it's a white box testing, then by automation testing or by coding we are executing our program. Okay, now point number 6. So quality assurance is a preventive technique. I have already told you in the point number 3 that QAMC is to prevent the defect. So that's why it's a preventive technique. And quality control is a corrective technique, because in the quality control part, the quality control main aim is to identify the defects and fix the defects. So that's why it's a corrective technique. We have to correction whatever issues we found, whatever issues we have to fix that issue. So that's why it's a corrective technique. Okay, now quality assurance involves in full software development life cycle. So in the SDLC life cycle or software development life cycle, so QA basically involves in the software development life cycle. On the other hand, QC involves in full software testing life cycle or SDLC life cycle. Okay. Now, point number 8. So QA is the procedure to create the deliverable. So it's a procedure. Whatever thing we have to deliver to the client, so QA is the procedure to create those deliverable. Okay, and on the other hand, QC is the procedure to verify that deliverable. So whatever thing we have to deliver, we are delivering our clients. So in the QA QC part, we have to verify the deliverables, that everything is as per the client's requirement or not. Okay, now point number 9. So QA requires the involvement of whole team. Means the development team, the testing team, the designing team, the business analyst team, the project manager, team lead, as well as we can say product owner or product manager. So everything should be involved in that QA. So anyone can do that. So quality assurance, anyone can do that. So that's why QA requires the involvement of the whole team. And on the other hand, QC requires only the testing team involvement. So only the testing team or only the test engineer can do the quality control. So it's a very important point. So many times interviewer can ask you this type of question, that who do the quality assurance or who do the quality control. Then we have to answer that the whole team, maybe developer, tester, product manager, team lead, business analyst, designer, anyone can do the quality assurance, but only the test engineer or testing team can do the quality control. Okay, now point number 10. So in order to meet the customer requirements, QA defines standard and methodologies. In order to meet the customer requirements, QA defines standard and methodologies. And on the other hand, QC confirms that the standard are followed while working on the product. Whatever standard we have, that is followed whenever we are working on that product. That is confirmed by the quality control. Okay. Now point number 11. So quality assurance, the main motive is to prevent defects in the system. And I already discussed the point number 3, that QA aims to prevent the defect. So that's why it's a less time consuming activity, because our main motto, our main focus is to prevent the defect. So that's why it's a less time consuming. But on the other hand, the main motto on the QC part is to identify the defects. So basically we have to test the software, we have to test the system, then we have to identify the defects and we have to fix the defects. So that's why it will take more time. So that's why QC is a more time consuming activity. Okay. Now point number 12. Quality assurance ensure that everything is executed in the right way, and that is why it falls under verification activity. So QA ensure that everything is executed in the right way. On the other hand, QC ensure that whatever we have done is as per the requirement, and that's why it's a validation activity. So whatever we have developed, whatever we have done, that is as per the client's requirement. So that is the main fund of validation. And in the quality control, we have to ensure that whatever we have done is as per the requirement or not. And that's why it falls under validation activity. Okay. So quality assurance example is the verification process, and quality control example is the validation process. So these are the important difference between quality control and quality assurance, and it is a very important interview questions. If you are a fresher, if you are experienced, doesn't matter. So interviewer can ask you this type of question. So many time whenever interview asks us that what do you mean by quality assurance and quality control, then sometime we are confused, that we thought that or we think that both two are same, but no, totally different thing. Okay, so we have to remember all the things very carefully, and this is the important difference between quality control and quality assurance. Now you guys are very much clear about what do you mean by quality assurance, what do you mean by quality control, and what is the difference between quality control and quality assurance. Okay, so that's all for today. So I think this video will be very helpful to you guys. So if you like my video, one thumbs up. If you have any doubt, please comment me, share these videos to your nearest friends, and subscribe to my channel EduPaat. So see you in the next videos with some another topic of software testing. Thank you.